Andrea. I'm back again with another video. So I know, first of all, the little setting, you know, obviously is different. I'm outside, but you know, it's not as hot outside today, and I really wanted to get this video out to you guys. As you can tell by the title, it's just gonna be like a little sit down talk with me. Also, I have my story time that I want to tell y'all about, that I've been meaning to tell y'all about. And then also I just want to bring in the discussion of a giveaway, because we are so close to 2,000 subscribers, and I told you guys that I was thinking about doing a giveaway once I hit 2,000, but we'll just get into that after I get into the story. Okay, so boom, jumping straight into the actual story. But before I actually say anything, if you have not, if you know, are new to my channel and you have not subscribed yet, please be sure to do so. Again, we are so close to 2,000 subscribers, and I just want to thank you guys again, you know, for allowing my channel to get to the point to where it is now, because you know, without y'all, this channel would be absolutely, you know, it wouldn't be, you know, where it is today. So, but yes, jumping straight into the actual story time. So this is a story time, and I asked y'all about this probably about like when summer first started, about the time that I had put an IV into my very first patient. I swear to you guys, I will never forget this, and honestly, I feel like I remember it just like it was yesterday, right? Okay, so let me tell y'all this. So when it comes to clinicals, and I kind of already said this in my like clinical video type thing, you know, a lot of times if you don't ask for an opportunity to present itself to you, or like if an opportunity presents to you, you know, you really have to ask, more so than like the nurse is asking you, okay, hey, do you want to do this? A lot of times you will have to say, you know, can I do it, you know? So with that being the case, a lot of times, like my first semester, my second semester, I never put in a catheter, I never put in an IV. None of that happened until my third semester of nursing school. So third semester came, I had practiced putting in an IV so many times, like on a little fake arm. When I tell y'all it's nothing like the real thing, I mean that with everything. So okay, boom, let me just tell you how the day started. So it was the day that I was in labor and delivery, and I was already excited because I think it was my second time back in the labor and delivery, and my first time, you know, I had already fallen in love. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I was satisfied enough with just seeing the deliveries, but when this opportunity of putting this IV into this patient presented itself to me, I was like, oh my God. Like, I started freaking out. I started getting real nervous. I was like, oh my goodness, like, I don't know. I've never put one in a real patient before, this and that. But the nurse was like, you know, if you don't do it now, when are you gonna do it? And I was like, you know what, you're right. I'm about to go into my senior year of nursing school. I haven't put in a catheter yet. I haven't put in an IV yet. So basically how the morning started off is I had attempted to put a catheter in my patient that I had. It didn't work out. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool. But that's not what this story time is about. If y'all want that story time, I got y'all with it. But this story time specifically is about the time that I put in the IV. So after the catheter situation, you know, I was done with that patient, and I ended up getting another patient. She was just getting admitted because I think she had a scheduled C-section, and she needed her IV started on her. Well, the nurse had pulled me back to the corner, and she's like, have you ever put in an IV into a patient? I was like, not gonna lie, never done it, you know, in my life. But I mean, today can be the day, because again, you know, if I don't do it now, when am I going to do it? I don't want my first time that I put in an IV to be after I've already graduated college, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, okay, cool, like today's gonna be the day, but you know, let's just kind of don't really necessarily tell the patient this is your first time. Just seem extremely confident, and she won't even bother to ask you, is it your first time? So you know me, I'm like all about putting on my confidence, like, oh yes, like I'm ready, like let's get this. And I'm asking her, are you ready? Like, this will be quick, this will be fast, I'll get it out the way. And so I go to get everything ready, and at that point I'm already like trembling, my hands are starting to sweat, I'm starting to get nervous, and I'm thinking, this is really about to happen. Like, I'm really about to put this IV in, like, in this patient. So I started getting everything together, and I just felt like my mind kind of went blank. Like, I felt like everything that I had, let me make sure, okay, yeah, everything that I had learned, I felt like it was just really finna just go out of my mind. And so I started, you know, I guess the nurse kind of noticed that I was struggling a little bit, And so she was like, you know what, don't worry about it, like I'll help you, we'll just get everything together. I'm going to tell you what to do now, but once you actually get over to the patient, this was like behind the curtains, like the patient didn't even know that all this is going on. She's like, I'm going to walk you through it now, but once you actually get over to the patient, I want you to seem 100% confident, because, you know, if you look nervous, if you feel nervous, that's going to make the patient feel that way. So I'm like, okay, cool, like just tell me what to do when I get over there. I have a pretty good memory, so, and plus, you know, I've already been taught this, I've already practiced this 1,001 times, so I should be okay if you just refresh my memory. So she told me about everything. She's like, okay, do this, do this, do this. And I was like, okay, I got it. So I got everything ready. I went over to the patient, and it was this pregnant woman, of course, you know, her husband or boyfriend or whatever, which I'm glad he was there because he made light of the situation. He was really, you know, funny. He made a joke about it. But anyways, so I get to her level, I get comfortable, and I was like, okay, like here we go. So I prepped her, you know, I got the alcohol, I let the skin dry, I got everything ready. So guys, at this point, my heart was pounding, but you know, I still had to make it seem like I was so confident, so confident. So I put in the needle, cool, but I didn't realize how fast you had to move. And you know, it's different, like when I tell y'all it's different from, you know, textbook or, you know, simulation versus actually putting it into a patient, because that blood is actually going to come out, and it's going to come out so fast. I put the needle in, and immediately, like, it started coming out the tubing and this and that. And like, I think like the vacutainer that I had, and I'm not saying had the vacutainer been fully functional that this wouldn't have happened already, but I think the malfunctioning vacutainer itself, which is like, if you don't know what the vacutainer is, it's basically the kind of like a vacuuming tube that kind of sucks the blood out to a sense. So the vacutainer that I had, and the nurse told me this after the fact, she told me that it was some type of malfunctioning one, or I don't know, something was up, guys, to where as soon as I put the needle in, the vacutainer was on, everything was on. I don't know if I didn't move fast enough, or it had to do with that and the malfunctioning vacutainer, that immediately blood started to go everywhere, and I didn't realize it. Like, I had blood going down my hand, down the patient's hand, all over my scrub bottoms. And at that point, I was like, oh my God, like, I don't know what to do. And I felt like I had just went blank. But other than that, like, after I had talked to the nurse and she explained to me, like, you inserted the needle right, like, everything was good. It was just the fact of the blood. I didn't understand that the blood was gonna come out so fast, like as fast as it did, that literally another nurse had walked by, and she was like she thought the other nurse had put in, you know, the needle. She's like, dang, like, why did you make this look like a crime scene? And I was so like embarrassed, and I was just like, no, that was me. Like, I put it in myself. And you know, luckily the patient and her husband made a lot of the situation, but literally, guys, when I tell y'all that it looks like a legit crime scene, like there was blood everywhere. I mean, luckily the patient was okay. She didn't lose like tons and tons and tons of blood, but there was just a lot of blood, and it was everywhere. But I mean, I guess the moral of the whole story is, even though it did not turn out like I wanted it to, like it wasn't 100% perfect, like it wasn't on point, I still got to experience it, and I still can say, you know, I put that IV in. I got it on the first try. A lot of times when, you know, students attempt to put an IV in for the first time, they don't even hit the vein, they don't even puncture the vein, they don't even get no type of blood. So I do feel really good that I was able to actually get the vein. I got blood to come out, but it was just excessive. It was a lot. And I guess, you know, I didn't realize I had to move as fast as I should have moved, or, you know, I didn't get the tubing properly. I don't know what it was, but I guess it's just the fact that, like I said, I actually got the stick on the first time. So that's it as far as the story time. Again, it was nothing like, it wasn't meant to be like a funny story time. I guess, like I said, the moral of it was, you know, when it comes to clinicals, make sure you're at least trying. A lot of times, you know, it's not gonna turn out perfectly. It's just the fact that you are attempting and you are trying and you are getting that experience. Okay, my bad, my camera had cut off. I don't know exactly where I stopped off at, but again, the moral of the entire story was not meant to be funny. It was not meant to, you know, for kikis and kakas. It was literally meant, you know, for me to tell you guys that you have to get that experience, and even though it may not turn out 100% like you want to, just at least try, you know, so for the next time you will know, you know, what to do and what not to do. But as far as the giveaway goes, so like I told y'all, like I think it was like a month ago, that I wanted to do a giveaway once I hit 2,000 subscribers. I'm literally like 100 less than 2,000. So throw down any ideas that you guys have as far as the giveaway. Would you be interested in the giveaway? Are you guys gonna actually, you know, go forth with the giveaway? My plan is to, you know, try to get in touch with a company. If there's any specific company that you guys are interested in, whether you're a nursing major or you're not a nursing major, or whatever the case is, if you're following me just because, you know, just comment down below if you're interested in a giveaway, if you would actually participate, as far as, and I'm thinking I kind of want to link it with my Instagram, saying, okay, you know, I have to make sure that, you know, you're following me, tag 3 people. Each tag will be, you know, a what's the word, each tag will be considered like an entry, things like that. You know, what would you like to be seen given away? Keep in mind, I'm a college student, so I'm not gonna give away a whole lot, but something to just show you guys that I do appreciate y'all. And like I said, my channel would be nowhere if, you know, you guys were not here. But guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I know it's a little bit different than usual, but it does feel pretty good out here. I'm super surprised. And yeah, any, you know, video ideas you guys have, please be sure to leave them down below in the comment box. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay up, stay with it, and I see you guys in the next video.